all praises, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Kakwadash, double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akimate on the highways and byways pushing this word in all sincerity and honesty, and to the rest of the hopeful elect. Shalom. This article says, Air Force test launches unarmed nuclear missiles with 3 warheads. Now, I first want to say this is an end-time prophecy, one of the last prophecies. And before America is totally destroyed, we have to look out for the mark, the MOTB, the mark of the beast. All right, the RFID microchip has to be implemented upon the world, which it is going to be, and we see it moving. Okay, if you have eyes to see, okay, and ears to hear, then you see that the RFID microchip is in fact being implemented. It's called gradualism. Now, after the mark is implemented, then the destruction comes. All right, so this article is just to let you know, or just to help us measure the times that we're in. So if this is happening to the point where these nations are developing these nuclear missiles, then it's a good understanding of how far they are ahead with the mark of the beast, because this destruction is not going to come to pass unless the mark happens. And once all this happens, that's when Yahweh Shai comes, and Israel is starting with the elect is finally delivered. So let me read the article. Air Force test launches unarmed nuclear missiles with 3 warheads. The Air Force launched an unarmed Minuteman III international ballistic missile over the Pacific Ocean in a routine test early Wednesday, the service said in a release. So it's the Minuteman III. Okay, so what that means is they developed their weapons. All right, they're making it more advanced. Now, as I'm reading it, scriptures are coming to my mind. I might go in and out with the scriptures. It says this missile was fired from Vandenberg Space Force Base, California, around 1:30 a.m. local time, and traveled about 4,200 miles to the Marshallland, where the U.S. has conducted nuclear weapon tests for decades. Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. And that smith that the Lord created, behold, I have created a smith, is going into those German scientists that developed the atomic bomb. All right, and basically was given the understanding of nuclear fission. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. Right, Yahweh Shai put the spirit on these different scientists in the Manhattan program to develop these missiles. It says, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. The instrument for his work, the waster to destroy. This is going into the nuclear missiles, all right? Because the work that has to be done it has to be shot off to the ends of the world. That's why it's called the ICBM, Intercontinental. Test launches ensure America's land-based nuclear missiles are still viable after more than 50 years and are a chance to vet upgrades or different methods of controlling the weapons. They also serve as a warning shot to deter aggression against the United States. Now, as far as deterring aggression, it's still too late for that. See, these nations smell blood in the water, okay? And these nations are becoming strong. So as far as deterring anything, everything's going to be deterred because Yahweh Shai wants it deterred, but only for a time. Because now these nations are also developing their nuclear capability, and they're becoming strong also. And now these nations are actually coming against America. Precept Joel 3:10. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Right, all your money for agriculture. Talking about these different nations, the money that they have for their agriculture to build schools and whatever. All right, they're gonna put all that money towards weapons. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. So if you usually build, say there's a factory that usually builds cars or machinery, they're gonna start building guns. They're gonna start building bullets. All right, they're gonna start building tanks, and they're gonna start building those nuclear capable weapons. It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And these nations are doing that because now they have nuclear capability. And now a lot of these nations are backed by Russia, China, and BRICS. It says, these test launches verify the accuracy and reliability of the ICBM weapon systems, providing valuable data and ensure a continued safe, secure, and effective nuclear deterrent, the Air Force said in the release. Yeah, that's true. But it's up to the Most High, man. All right? When Esau is about to, when World War III happens, basically, the Lord might have it to where your missiles, aren't as effective as you think they are. Which certain countries are going to get destroyed. Israel's one of them. Okay, parts of Russia is going to get hit, but not really destroyed. But America, man, is going to be turned to a damn desert. Submerged and be blown off the map. This week's Minuteman III was capable of carrying 3 nuclear warheads, a design that would allow a single ICBM to hit 3 separate targets with one launch. The Air Force occasionally tests the configuration but does not use it on its active arsenal of missiles, which each carry 1 warhead. Right, because the power of the missiles is in the warheads in the front of the missile. So when the missiles get to a certain destination, they shoot off 3 warheads in this case. But now you're looking at 12. See, what they're using is actually an old technology. All right, when you deal with Russia, you deal with Iran, China, they have missiles that shoot off like 12, 14, 20 warheads at once. The Air Force cautioned that Wednesday event was not held in reaction to current world events. It has launched 2 other ICBMs so far this year. Well, they have to test launch more. All right, because these nations are angry. Still, the trial run came shortly after the heads of Russia's Roscosmos Space Agency announced September 1st that the country had deployed a new Sarmat long-range ICBM. So that just happened. September 1st just passed. That is capable of carrying multiple warheads and can evade surveillance. Okay? So these missiles are going to evade surveillance, man. It says, and U.S. officials also said Tuesday that North Korea leader Kim Jong-un may meet with Russia President Vladimir Putin this month, a move experts told the Associated Press could open the door to greater sharing of sophisticated weapons technology. And the last thing you want is North Korea with nuclear missiles, which they already have it. They developed it. All right, North Korea is one of the nations that was weak, and we actually saw them grow. They had the nuclear. They had missiles, but they were never able to travel intercontinental. But now they do. It says North Korea has test launched more than 100 ballistic and cruise missiles since the beginning of 2022 to protest America's military ties with neighboring South Korea and Japan. So North Korea don't like that you neighboring with South Korea and Japan. All right. Joel 2 and 3. A fire devoured before them, and behind them a flame burneth. Yeah, that fire that devoured before them are the warheads. All right. 3 warheads ain't gonna cut it. But I would assume America is working on something else, something more advanced. Okay. But these nations, they not playing. Okay. They're creating missiles to destroy. Which you read, that's all it's pretty. How wash me, how shy. It says, and behind them a flame burneth. And that flame that burneth behind them is the fire that propels them into space, propels the nuclear missiles into space, and then comes back down and it shoots the warheads on their targets. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, right? Because before missiles hit, the land is Garden of Eden. The land is, which Eden means paradise. All right, so everything's beautiful. Okay, people developed their structures. They got the buildings, the parks, the seas, the waters, the beach. All right. Whatever situation they have, it looks beautiful. That's why people want to travel the world. People travel to America, American tourists. All right, Paris, Russia, and everybody wants to tour because of the attraction. The views is beautiful and whatnot. So it says, "A land is as Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, and nothing shall escape them. And that desolate wilderness is going to be a desert." Okay? It's going to be, this is talking about America. Okay? America's going to be a desert. We're not going to be able to tell Cali, where Cali, well, you might be able to tell California because that's right off the waters. All right? But you're not going to be able to really map out where these different states used to be. All right? It's going to look totally different. Matthew 24 and 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Right? Before all these things happen, the end is not yet. What the prophecies have to be fulfilled. The elect has to be woken. All right? And one of the main prophecies is that RFID microchip. Okay? And also the time of Jacob's trouble, which that's at hand also. It says, and kingdom against kingdom. Right? The whole BRICS nation. BRICS basically rivals NATO. Okay? So first you had Russia, USSR, which the USSR was basically dismantled. But now they have something called BRICS, which is even stronger. All right, and the spirit of the USSR is coming back because right now we basically in the Cold War. Okay, you have people hacking the systems. All right, you have Russia and China tampering with the American system. America doing the same. You have proxy wars, tariffs, and whatnot. This is all a Cold War. but things are going to heat up. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdoms, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. All right. So, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. I want to say all praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Kwakwa, and double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Citations that I can push in this word, and also saying honesty and hopeful elect. Shalom.